Have you ever been so sure about something, only to find out you were completely wrong? Maybe you just knew someone could be trusted and they turned out to be a liar. Or you felt certain you were making the right choice, but it ended in disaster. That, my friend, is the dark side of your gut feeling. We've all been told to trust our gut, like it as some kind of magical inner compass. But what if I told you that your gut isn't a compass at all? It's more like a mischievous backseat driver with a terrible sense of direction? Today, we're diving deep into the science-backed psychology of why your gut feeling often betrays you, and how to know when you shouldn't trust it. By the end, you lions not only understand why your instincts can lead you astray, you lions also learn how to make decisions that are both intuitive and accurate. Let's start with the big question. Where does your gut feeling actually come from? What is a gut feeling? A gut feeling, also called intuition, is that immediate sense you have about something without needing to consciously reason it out. Psychologists describe it as a form of fast, subconscious thinking. Your brain isn't pulling this feeling out of thin air. It's processing patterns, past experiences, and even microsignals you didn't notice consciously. For example, you meet a new person and instantly like or dislike them before they've said much at all. You read driving and suddenly feel like you should take a different route without knowing exactly why. You walk into a room and sense tension even though no one said a word. This feels magical, but it's actually just your brain doing lightning-fast calculations based on stored memories, past outcomes, and emotional cues. So far, so good, right? Here's the catch. Those memories and cues are often incomplete, outdated, or biased. Which means your gut isn't always telling you the truth. The science of wrong gut feelings, here's where the science gets interesting and slightly uncomfortable. In a landmark study by psychologist Daniel Kahneman, who literally won a Nobel Prize for studying how humans make decisions, people were shown to rely heavily on intuition. The problem? Those intuitive decisions were wrong a shocking amount of the time. Why? Because gut feelings are built on cognitive shortcuts, what psychologists call heuristics. They help us make decisions quickly. But they also open the door for systematic errors. Some of the biggest culprits include 1. Confirmation bias. Your gut is often just your brain telling you what you already want to believe. If you think someone's trustworthy, your gut will filter information to reinforce that belief and ignore red flags. 2. Availability heuristic. Your brain gives more weight to things that are easy to remember. For example, if you've recently heard about a plane crash, your gut might tell you flying is dangerous, even though statistically, it's far safer than driving. 3. Affect heuristic. Your current emotions color your instincts. If you're anxious, your gut might tell you everything is risky. If you're euphoric, your gut might say, go for it, even when it's reckless. 4. Pattern illusions. Your brain loves patterns, even when they don't exist. This is why gamblers feel sure they'll win after a losing streak. Your gut senses a turnaround that's actually just random chance when your gut is most likely to fail you. Gut feelings tend to betray you in 3 common situations. 1. When you have limited experience. Intuition is like a muscle. It is only reliable when it has been trained with lots of accurate feedback. If you're new to something, investing, hiring, relationships, your gut is mostly guessing. 2. When emotions run high, strong emotions hijack your decision-making. Anger, excitement, or fear can override rational thinking and give you a gut feeling that is really just an emotional impulse. 3. When stakes are high, ironically, the bigger the decision, the more pressure you feel, and the more likely you are to lean on your gut for comfort. This can backfire because stress makes your intuition more biased, not less. Real-life examples. Let's look at a few cases where trusting gut feelings went very, very wrong. The hiring trap. A manager instantly clicks with a job candidate because they share the same hobbies. The gut says, this is the one. 6 months later, that candidate is underperforming, but the manager ignored warning signs because the gut feeling was based on liking, not competence. The relationship red flag. Someone feels an instant spark on a first date. They interpret this as a sign of deep compatibility, when in fact, it's just chemistry triggering dopamine. Months later, they realize they ignored clear signs of incompatibility. The investment gamble. An investor feels sure a stock will rise because it just feels like the right time. In reality, this was based on a recent news story and excitement from friends, not actual market data. The brain-gut connection myth. You've probably heard people say, the gut is the second brain, and yes, there is a network of neurons in your digestive system called the enteric nervous system. But here's the twist, that second brain doesn't think the way your actual brain does. It mostly regulates digestion and sends emotional signals. Your gut feeling is less about your stomach having wisdom, and more about your brain using bodily sensations as clues. For example, anxiety can cause stomach tightness, and your brain might interpret that sensation as a warning signal, even when there's no real threat. How to know when to trust your gut? I'm not saying you should never listen to your instincts. Intuition can be incredibly valuable, but only under certain conditions. 1. You have experience in the area. A firefighter sensing a building is about to collapse, or a chess master spotting a trap. Their gut is informed by years of accurate patterns. 2. You've received consistent feedback. If your past gut calls in a specific area have been mostly correct and you've learned from mistakes, your intuition gets sharper. 3. You're in a stable emotional state. Gut feelings are more reliable when you're calm and clear-headed. How to protect yourself from bad gut calls? Here are practical, science-backed steps. Pause before acting. Give your rational brain time to weigh in. Even a 5-minute delay can help. Seek disconfirming evidence. Ask, what would prove me wrong? This fights confirmation bias. Check the data. Make sure your gut feeling matches at least some factual evidence. Separate emotion from instinct. Ask yourself, am I feeling this because of facts or because I'm anxious, excited? Use the 10th of October 10 rule. Ask, how will I feel about this decision in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years? Why this matters more than ever. In today's world, we're constantly told to follow our heart and trust our gut, but with so much misinformation, emotional manipulation in advertising, and social media influencing our perceptions, our instincts are getting hijacked. Politicians, marketers, and even scammers know how to trigger emotional responses that make your gut scream, "This is right," when it's anything but. Understanding the limits of your intuition isn't about becoming cold and calculating. It's about making smarter decisions without losing your humanity. Your gut feeling is a powerful tool, but it's not a flawless guide. It's shaped by biases, emotions, and incomplete information. So the next time your gut tells you something, pause. Ask yourself, is this based on real experience? Am I in a stable emotional state? Do I have evidence to back this up? Because when you balance intuition with rational thinking, your decisions become not just fast, but wise.